What's up, all? What's up? It's your boy Chef Rodney here. Sorry about the technical difficulties last Thursday, y'all. Trying to do it from the studios, taking the studios where we go. We're still working all of that out. We're still trying to bring different camera angles, different content creation to you, partnering with some of the best people in the industry today. But without, it's just like the chef's always said. It's like the chef's always said. You got to crack a few eggs to be able to make an omelet. You feel me? That's what it is. We're trying to figure all of this stuff out, and let's face it, I've never done this before in my life. But hey, we're doing good so far. But I kind of cut down the episode a little bit. I went a little bit long on the long side. And honestly, to tell you the truth, make sure when you do these things you have a solid internet connection. And you're not relying on Wi-Fi and whatnot. These things are best done in the studio and whatnot. But enough of trying to apologize for it. I hope you enjoy my interview with Shawn Rosler from the Coarse Grind podcast. I know I did. I definitely wanted to, instead of trying to reshoot it or anything, I wanted to give it to you in the raw, unedited, unfiltered, unadulterated version of our interaction. I have a lot of love for Shawn. I really appreciate him doing this interview with me. And go check him out, you guys, gals, everybody. Happy Pride Month, stuff like that. Go check him out. Coarse Grind podcast. I know he's a huge influence of mine. So without any other further ado, y'all, here he is. Here's the interview.
So, who is Chef Rodney?
The only asshole that isn't afraid to give it to you real. I've made some mistakes, yeah, but you know what? I've also learned from them. A chef's life isn't a walk in the park. Think more of a haunted house that's lit on fire. So after making it out somewhat alive, I'm here to show you what I've learned in my time behind the blade. This is Deliciously Dope, a journey into the world of culinary cannabis. What's up, y'all? It's Chef Rodney. Welcome back to, I guess you could say, the jungle edition of the Daily Chronicles. We're coming at you live next to a bonfire with the amazing, amazing person that I've always looked up to. The amazing Coarse Grind podcast host,
Shawn Rosler. This is the Daily Chronicles, y'all, coming at your faces. What's up, y'all? It's Chef Rodney next to a bonfire. Welcome back, my Tokers, Jokers, and Smokers of the Daily Chronicles. So, yeah, man, you guys always see me kind of like in the studio doing the thing, like the serious life. Like, I'm kind of vegging and taking my mental health escape this week. But I wanted to bring you with me because we always see, how chefs work in the kitchen. We don't see how chefs relax, and that is just as crucial, y'all, as having a full list of duties and things of that nature. A good work to life ratio is something that I'm absolutely an advocate for. Speaking of being an advocate for, oh my God, you guys, you definitely have to check out Coarse Grind podcast because today, my man Shawn Rosler is absolutely killing it. He has got some amazing news. So without any other further ado, here's my man, Shawn Rosler. What's going on, dude? How you doing, baby?
So right up front, I want to put something out there. I quit. I'm hanging it up because that intro alone was enough to make me stop. Like, what are you doing to me? Larry,
I didn't do anything. I learned it from you. You told me, you're like, listen, the intro's got to be good. Huh?
Oh my God, what is going on, man? Thank you for bringing me on. I appreciate it. I know we've been meaning to meet up for a while, and everything is what it is, but I think now is the time, and couldn't be more happy to be here, buddy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like, I thought about it. I was like, yo, let me add a little production fire, So we spent all day and figured we'd get her done. You know what I'm saying? I made me a mixed drink with a little bit of THC in it. Took me a nice fat dab before the show. We're sitting pretty, man.
Appreciate it, man. Awesome.
Now, I understand you got some big news.
What's the big news? And I think big is relative, and probably by the time this comes out, the episode will have come out. But here's the way the universe works. I believe it works in a really cool way. And sometimes when a door closes, another opens. You've heard that before. I was lining up another local food icon to have on to be like, hey, how's reopening going? Because that's a big deal, right? We're up to 75% capacity, and that's a big deal in and of itself. He has to get married. Nice excuse, right? And so I'm bummed for about 5 minutes, and I checked the messages for the Facebook page for Coarse Grind Podcast.
Oh, shit.
That's COARSE, by the way.
Yeah.
And I opened it up, and here's this big, long message from this guy, David Page, who I don't know from Adam. Turns out he's the guy who has 2 Emmys on his shelf and created Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
No shit.
He just put out a book, Food Americana, which I'm going to plug like ruthlessly throughout because he's just an amazing guy. And honestly, we went an hour 20 last night, and I'm like, we could have kept going for 3 or more hours, no question. It was fantastic. More to come on, the budding relationship between the empires, but I really do think you're going to see some work between Coarse Grind and Americana David Page down the road. But
oh, absolutely,
cool guy, phenomenal guy.
That warms my bones, much like this fire, to hear that. You feel me, fam? Like that's you and I talked about it, and I got a lot of influence from a lot of cooks and chefs, and people. Some people may know, some people don't know. The point is, there's influence in that, and that's kind of what today's episode is all about. Is kind of influence.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I kind of know your position and your take on cannabis. That's awesome. So we're gonna have a non-smoking section today. You know what I'm saying? Hence the drink.
Absolutely.
So, there's some stuff.
With you, my friend.
Oh, hell yeah. So you're in the great state of Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Okay. So tell me, what's the cannabis culture like in Pennsylvania thus far from a non-smoker? Like, how do you feel? Like, is it abrasive, invasive? Like, how do you feel?
Yeah. So here's my metric. Here's how I measure it, right? I listen to my kids because my kids are real aware, and I've got an 8th grader and a 5th grader. The 1st grader isn't picking up on it, and I'm glad for that. That would be weird.
Right.
The 8th and the 5th grader ask questions. Hey, what's that green plus sign? Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? And we have very open conversations about it. Not necessarily the just, getting high aspect, but we talk about the medicinal aspect. Both my wife and I, coming from healthcare, it's one of those things that if you don't talk about it, the curiosity will lure them, probably down a bad path early on, and that's no good. We don't want that.
Right.
What we want is open conversations and facts. That's what we deal in. So to that end, you're seeing stuff all, and again, we're in a small town. We're in Bloomsburg, central Pennsylvania, right?
Okay.
And you're seeing stuff about dispensaries. You're seeing stuff about, all these different new venues hiring like mad. And it's awesome because, I've always been one to espouse the belief that, yes, that there is a medicinal benefit. And obviously science has backed us on that, which is phenomenal. So I honestly, for one, could not be happier to see it alive and thriving right now in my state.
Hell yeah. That's what we want to hear, man. That's what we want to hear. And I say we, as in so you were there kind of at the beginning of my journey into stepping into the social media ring. You kind of were like, no, dude, you're fine. Just do it. That final friend that just nudges you in the deep end.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Exactly. And that wasn't too long. That was about a little less than a year ago, and so this is where I'm at. So A, thank you. B, it's someone whose opinion I can trust, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not, if you agree with the side, it's very clear, it's very evident. If you disagree, it's very, so you're very, I wouldn't say black and white, but logical, I guess is the correct term to use there.
I mean, dude, listen, it goes the route of the COVID vaccine, of the chlorine shortage, of putting gas in plastic bags. Who are you people to oppose this? Stop it. It's not affecting you. Gay marriage. My God, they oppose gay marriage at the same time in the same breath. So if you put those things next to each other, what do they all have in common? They have no rational fact-based basis.
Thank you.
But then here's the rest of us going, for me personally, wow, I have an 8-year-old with autism. My God, if 15% of what he struggles with daily could go away, get out of my way. I'll knock your teeth out if you stand in my way. Family first, obviously. So I cannot get. You can take somebody, and listen, I'm not trying to make it political.
Yeah.
There's political gravitations both sides. This is what I'll say. You take someone who opposes gay marriage on the basis of the biblical reference. I know we were talking religion before. Yeah. I'm a good talk show host like that. I can call up, callbacks. And I will take them as someone who almost went to the cloth. I literally was 2 steps away from going to be Reverend Shawn Rosler. I am ordained today through Universal Life Church. So if you want to get married, call me. And I'll show them passages in the Bible, specifically Leviticus, that doesn't say a thing about that. You could interpret it to say that, but you can interpret a lot of things.
Now, can we touch on the Bible real quick? Because I do have a quick question for you, and you're gonna love this. Okay, so
sadly enough, I actually have to turn everything off because this is funny. For those of you who know your local utilities companies, get a good relationship with them. For the last few months, I've been really just held by the throat of my local utility companies, and I've asked them repeatedly. I was like, listen, I work from home. This is what I do. Can you work around that? Can we work around this? And so I try pre-recording episodes to play them back and things of that nature to work around them. But what I really don't realize is I keep continuing to pay these people money. I dislike that. Now they're trying to tell me that I have to turn all of my power off. And as you viewers well know, I have plans in the matter. And sadly, they've already turned off the internet, so it kind of had to kick over to the Wi-Fi for my cell phone, which is not okay, y'all. I don't like being bullied. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to reschedule another interview with Mr. Shawn Rosler. I'm sure he won't mind. Let's face it, the first crack is what it is, but I'm sure him and I have a good old laugh about it, and we're going to do this right for y'all. So on Thursday's episode, we're not going to have any hiccups. We're not going to have any, lumps, bumps, or anything like that. We're going to have faster internet too, because I swear that if they don't have the fiber installed by Thursday like they said they're going to, I'm going to write a very strongly worded letter, and it's going to be followed up with my very, very, very smart lawyer. Aside from that, it is what it is. I try to bring the best content to you guys. You know how it is. You know how I go. And you know that I won't put up with bullshit. That's just it. Once you become predictable, you become beatable. I've said it before and I've said it again. Now, unfortunately, I do have to cut this short, as I'm sure they're about to cut the power off so they can do what they got to do any second now. Let's hope they can do their job. Let's hope that they can speed it up. Let's hope that we get a faster internet connection, y'all. All of these things that we name, and hoping. So yeah, I'll see y'all Thursday. Sorry about it. Sorry, Shawn. We'll get it set up, you guys, gals. Happy Pride Month. Also, fuck BWL. Peace, guys.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.